Let's do a very rushed, simple makeup routine. So rushed that I might not even edit this video, so we'll see what happens. But this is pretty much what I like to do when I'm kind of in a bind for time and I just like to apply on simple makeup that will last during the day and just make me look like I'm alive and awake. And I wasn't out really late last night and I haven't been editing and working 12 days straight. So this is pretty much what my routine looks like. And I started off with a bit of skincare. And after applying on my serums, my moisturizer, and my SPF, I like to go in with my eyebrows. So this is the brow gel that I've been loving, no exaggeration. This might be my 5th, 6th bottle, and I have backups because every time I apply this and somebody asks what I do for my brows and stuff like that, I end up giving it away. So I always have extra around, especially if I have my friends over or I'm traveling, I always leave one behind because it's that good. It doesn't flake. It honestly just makes my brows look like I just got them done and I don't actually do my brows, so it is loved. It's from L'Oreal. It's called the 24-hour lamination. Absolutely love this stuff. It's so good. I literally have two. Anyways, next, even during the times where I'm in a rush, I don't skip this step and it's always carving out my brows because I don't actually get them traditionally done. I just trim them and cut them myself. Oopsies. Amazing. Get an extra clean look with carving out my brows using a detail brush and some concealer. It just looks like I got them done. They just look fresh. Just follow along my brow shape, like the natural brow shape. Boop. And then I like to go in with a concealer brush and just blend that in. I gotta clean that up a bit, but I also can't see. It's fine. Blend, and we are good. It looks a bit off right now, but I assure you it's going to look good. And I already feel like I look more awake even with my brows done and nothing else. But we are going to continue because anytime I'm in a rush and I just need to make sure I look put together, I always reach for my Merit complexion stick. This is in the color Sienna and it is literally second skin. It is so good. I've put my friends, my sisters on this complexion stick and it's so good. And I was never really like a foundation stick girl. I was always like liquid foundation, but this works. Like I get so many compliments anytime I have this on because it doesn't look like I have any makeup on, which I love. I'm just gonna grab my brush and blend that in. And look at that. You're not doing too much, you just look fresh, that's it. That's the best way to describe it. I feel like this video in particular, it feels like a TikTok, but in landscape form. I feel like I'm on FaceTime with you guys because I'm literally in a rush. I don't have time to even edit this. Let me see if I can just, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna leave that there too. And the next thing I like to do before I conceal is add a bit of blush. And so for blush, currently I'm really loving this Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Cheek Tint. I feel like a fancy way to say blush, but I absolutely love this one. It's in the color 42S. I thought it would have like a name. It's pretty corally. It's really pretty and corally. It's lovely. I just feel like it gives more of a natural flushed look, which I love on days like today. And I like to apply it in this area and then blend it out. So far so good though. We're looking pretty good and good for time. Amazing. Oh my God, and I can't wait to share with you guys the setting powder that I was like, this doesn't work for me. And I kept asking content creators that I run into, what setting powder are you using? And they were like, you need to start using this one, and I can't wait to show you guys. I'm just gonna add a little bit because I feel like it's a bit, I always apply more liquid foundation on one side than the other. And it's always my right side that doesn't get enough love. And it might look like a lot, but we're gonna conceal and it's gonna mute this down. Actually, I need to mute this down. So next we're gonna go in with some concealer. This one is from Hourglass and it's their airbrush concealer in the color Valley 8.25. This is a travel size because I was doing a bit of traveling, but I did not get the full size yet. I need to go to the mall and grab a full size one. But I really like this color. It's works for my skin tone, and I think I put on too much blush, but it's fine. We're gonna sort that out quickly. Beautiful. And then typically I like to let that simmer for a bit. And then I like to think, what else do I got going on? I don't know if I like this outfit. I'm wearing jeans and this white top, but we'll see. And I'm actually gonna be editing this video and then leaving. Pray for me. This video is being posted today. It is no word of a lie, Sunday, September 14th at 10:02. And this video needs to get up and loaded. So quick little rant, if I may. So let's just address the elephant in the room. I have not been posting on YouTube consistently, and I didn't think this would be like a YouTube TED Talk, but let's see if it makes the edit. I've been really trying to trying to find a solution with how I'm managing my time, because I feel like I am posting a lot of content, but I'm posting a ton of content on YouTube Shorts, a ton of content on other platforms like Instagram and TikTok. But YouTube long form is where I started and what drew me into creating content to begin with. I just feel like, okay, I really want to show up because I've built a community out here. But yeah, so this is me committing and making a promise to me every Sunday. I'm going to show up and upload a long form video. So that's why this seems very rushed, because your girl was literally, I have not been home. And this is technically me not being home because I'm also leaving in a couple hours. These are all good things, like not necessarily bad things or things that I'm complaining about. It's just a matter of like, I gotta give myself a bit of grace. A few things that happened this past week since I uploaded last week was I walked the red carpet 3 times. It was wild. I was not expecting that. That was not on my bingo card for 2025, but I'm happy it happened. I was walking the red carpet, but with red carpets, it's a bit intense. It's an experience that I can really chalk it up to. Kind of in a nutshell, you're kind of walking the red carpet for all of 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds, if you're kind of taking your time. For me, I was power walking because I was so nervous. But it's also like, okay, I gotta figure out what I'm wearing. I wasn't working with any stylists. Like a lot of creators work with stylists, jewelers. Me, on the other hand, I was like, I'm gonna make do with what I got this year at least. And it worked out so nicely. I was really happy with the looks that I came up with. I just was really quick to say yes, but then thought of like, oh, I actually need to dress myself for this. Like I did not take that in until like a couple days before. And so I really had to work with what I had at home. Going back to YouTube and how I kind of show up is just committing to it every single Sunday at least, and then going to see if I can like get into multiple uploads a day. And I'm talking about long form, because short form I post every day, which I'm very proud of myself about, because I always forget about YouTube Shorts for some reason, but you guys absolutely love it. But I know the OG subscribers love the long form content, which is why I'm here and making sure this is uploaded before I leave. But yeah, a lot of things have happened. I have been traveling quite a bit. Because of the traveling and how intense traveling could be, I have been posting a lot of short form content about my travels. So recently I was in Paris, which was absolutely magical. I cannot wait to go back. Like, this is a setting powder that the girls put me on. This is the one from Huda Beauty, and trust and believe, I feel like I'm the last one to co-sign this, because I've tried so many powders, but turns out I was using the wrong color. So this one is Peach Pie, and I was using more of like the yellow toned ones. I think that made the biggest difference, because I was wearing it yesterday at the Lady Gaga concert. Ellis Brooklyn invited me to her show yesterday in Toronto, and it was a great show, but I knew I was gonna like dance and stuff like that. And then sure enough, I come home, I'm like, holy smokes, my makeup is still intact. And so shout out to all the content creators that kept telling me to try it. And because I was like, I tried, it's not working, but they were just like, no, you need to just find the right color. And this is really good. I like to go in with my sponge or my puff, and then I like to dab just right over there. Make sure everything is like juicy and marinated. I'm rocking this like new hairstyle. Sew-ins are new for me. I've never done a sew-in before, but thought I'd give it a try for Paris. And I absolutely fell in love with it in Paris. And then I was like, you know what, when I come back, let's see if I can like maintain this look. But I am gonna continue to show up long form, not just short form on YouTube, because there's really no excuse not to. This is like the base. I'm gonna set my face real quick. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter. Amazing. Next, this is what I like to do as far as just like eyeshadow. I'm not like an eyeshadow queen, like just like keep it cute, keep it mute, but also like to look like there's a bit of dimension in my eyes. So I just like to take some bronzer and then dust it, swipe it left and right. I was actually at a masterclass with Sephora earlier this week. One of the many things that were happening this week. A makeup artist was like, you use a darker concealer, like a contour concealer as your eyeshadow. And I'm like, well, that just cuts the time in half. So I might try that. I just have to go to the mall. I have to make, oh my God, okay. I have to make some time to head to the mall and get some stuff, especially for the fall. Okay, underneath, I like to dust it right on my lash line too, at the bottom of my lash line. I don't know, it's just kind of something. I like to take this eyeliner. This one's from Prada. I absolutely love this eyeliner, oh my God. It is so smooth and nice and velvety. And then I'm just going to just do the corner, like this bit. Can you see? Yeah, okay. And then a little bit here. And then I like to take my nail and go and just create like a tiny wing. Like, don't do the traditional like, rah, like, you know what I mean? Shout out to the girls that do. It's just not my thing. Especially on days like today, it's just like a regular day. And then I like to smudge like that. And that's what I like to do for my eyes, seriously. And then sometimes I like to go in here and then elongate my eyes a bit. But we're not doing all of that today because it doesn't call for that. But we're just gonna do the same on the other side. And then again, just take my nail, go, and then on top. And then I like to drag it just a bit. And then, ooh, that might be a lot. But anyway, I like to smudge with my fingers. Boom, done. And then for mascara, I could go in with Giorgio Armani or Prada. I'll go in with Prada. I like this Prada one because I don't like to do too much, but just enough. See, we look so put together already. I'm just gonna go in with some mascara. I should probably grab a mirror. The mirror that I'm looking at right now is very, very far. So this viewfinder is tiny. So I really am hoping I look decent. And I'm just gonna focus on the outer corner, that's it. And then next I'm gonna do the same on the other side, but do you see the difference? It's just like my eyes just look lifted like that. Because I'm recording, I'm at like 26 minutes, but this will literally take 7 minutes if I wasn't talking and stopping and all that stuff. Like no bottom lashes, done. I love the texture of this mascara, oh my God. It's really messy for my makeup bag. That's about it. I need to put on some earrings. I gotta wash my hands, one sec. Okay, let me put on my earrings and then we're gonna take these down. And so these are the earrings I literally wear to everything. And I literally put them on every single day. Love these pearls. These were a gift from my parents on one of my birthdays. I can't remember, but I love wearing them. Okay, let's take off these rocks. Cute. Let's put this here. Beautiful. And then the last piece, the money maker. Boom. Looks kind of wild. So let's just zhuzh it up a bit. Beautiful. And look at that. She's a girl. Ah! I absolutely love this look lately. Love it. And honestly, I want to thank everybody that has been subscribing to the channel. I've noticed a few new faces, so we love to see it. For the people that have been subscribed, you guys already know. And literally, I'm showing up because a few of you have messaged me, emailed, and were like, we need the long form. So I appreciate you. I am going to continue showing up every single Sunday. And in between, you guys can find me on Instagram and on TikTok. I love you guys. Hope you have an incredible Sunday, and I'll see you guys on my next video.